By the end of this video, you are going to know how to nail your MEXT. The MEXT interview is your last stage towards primary screening winning. If you've made it so far, congratulations, good job to you. You just need one more and you're good to go. And by the end of this video, you will know everything on how you are going to ace this interview. But before we get right up to it, let me tell you all, MEXT applicants, I have you all covered. I have a ton of MEXT playlists here that you can watch all for free. I have worksheets, step-by-step worksheets. I'm going to put them here for masters and for undergraduate students. Y'all get these worksheets, use them, because I spent a lot of time and research for everything into this worksheet. And also I am linking you MEXT applicants with people who have already gotten the scholarship for one-on-one tutoring. So do well to sign up for that, and let us talk about how you are going to ace your MEXT interview. So what are the things that we are looking at here? Number one, you have a panel, you have a goal, and you have a clock. Those are the things that you have to pay attention to. So the panel is going to be about 2 to 5 interviewers. Mine were 4 or 3, I think so. Typically a mix of Japanese embassy officials, MEXT representative, or university faculty. There were no university faculty on mine. For me, it was embassy staff and Japanese staff. Okay, the goal, they want to check a holistic vibe check. They have already seen your grades. Now they are confirming the person behind the paper. Ooh, and then the goal, 15 to 30 minutes in total. So you have to think about it as a conversation, not an interrogation. That is not going to change you from having all of those like the jitters about, oh my goodness, am I going to do a good job at this? Like, what am I going to do? You all prepare. They say it's a conversation, but listen, you're going to be so tense. You're going to be like, no, this is no conversation, this is an interrogation. And based on my experience, I feel like it was an interrogation, so I'm not sure what they're talking about here. Okay, so now let's look at above the surface. Here they're asking you literal questions. They're asking you about your grades, your research plan, your reasons for choosing Japan. But below the surface, what they are checking for is adaptability. Will you survive culture shock, or will you quit and go home early? Number 2, diplomacy. Are you capable of being a future bridge between Japan and your home country? Number 3, humility and confidence. Are you open to academic guidance or rigidly attached to your own methods? They are investing in a future leader, not just a student. First of all, y'all let me know, have you all been preparing for the interview? In fact, are you all preparing for MEXT? Because it is very few people who make it to the interview, but have you started preparing for your MEXT? Like, where are you in the process of your preparing for the MEXT scholarship? Are you preparing your written documents? Like, where are you? Have you gotten to the point where you're already thinking about the interview? Of course, the interview is going to be very, very important, but that is like one of the final steps towards you getting the primary screening. Okay, so let's look at it here for undergrads and for masters, right? So undergraduate, the core focus is your broad motivation, personality, a genuine organic interest in Japan beyond surface level and pop culture. The vibe here, they're looking for high potential, passion, eagerness to learn. And for masters and PhD students, they are looking for your core focus is the sheer feasibility of your research plan and its alignment with Japan's academic and technological goals. The vibe, they're looking for professionalism, clarity, methodological flexibility. Can you explain your complex topic so simply that a relative could understand it? First of all, this why Japan, why are you choosing Japan, is a very, very important thing that you have to know. So y'all let me know in the comment section, all of you interested in going to Japan, applying for the MEXT scholarship, why Japan? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to give you all feedback based off of your reasons for why Japan. And I don't want to see anything in those comment section about pop culture, because you are going to be immediately rejected if you start from there. Remember, they are looking for people who can be a bridge between their country and Japan. Research feasibility. How motivated are you about Japan? So why Japan? You could have chosen to go study in any other country in the world. Let me know in the comment section, why do you want to go study in Japan? Okay, let me know in the comment section. Now let's go here, the next one. Why Japan specifically? If your answer applies to the US, UK, wrong answer. Same thing, put any country there. If it applies to any of those countries, wrong answer. You have to connect specifically to the culture, their specific culture or academics here in Japan. How will you handle cultural differences and isolation? How will your studies benefit both your home country and Japan? Why do you deserve the MEXT scholarship over other candidates? Do not memorize scripts. The panel spot rehearsed monologues immediately. Know your core truths and speak naturally. So let us do a little test here. Let's do a little test, because those of you that are going to be working one-on-one with your tutors are going to also do like a little sort of course they will share their reasons for the how they were able to ace the interviews. You're going to learn from your tutors, but also let's just do a little mini for those that will not be able to sign up for the one-on-one. Let me know in the comment section, why do you think that you will want to do your research in Japan? Why? What do you think makes you different? I'm going to put these questions in the comment section such that you all can answer each of those questions, and I'm going to assess your answers to see how you're scoring. And if you're not scoring very well, then know that you're going to have problems. So the questions I'll put: why Japan specifically? How will you handle cultural differences? How will your studies benefit both your country and Japan? And why do you deserve the MEXT scholarship? So look for those questions in the comment section, and I want to see your answers in the comment section. I'm going to give you all very, very harsh feedback, okay? I hope it's better you have the harsh feedback now than to go get rejected, okay? So let's look at the things that they are testing. They're testing your communication skills, not just your lab skills, okay? So the relative rule here: avoid overwhelming the panel with technical buzzwords. Explain your overarching aim with simple terms. Methodology flexibility: show openness to alternative methods. If a professor suggests a pivot, demonstrating rigidity is a major red flag. Global alignment: explicitly connect your research outcomes to Japan's technological advancements and how you will bring innovation back home. One of the things that I really want you all to know about the MEXT embassy selection route specifically is that you are trying to convince the people at the embassy why they should give you this scholarship. Most of these people, they do not know anything about your specific area. Maybe you're researching clean energy, maybe you're researching hydrocarbons, maybe you're researching migration. Those people are generalists. They do not have core knowledge about your research issues. So you now have to use general words or simple words to convince them about how much of a problem what you want to do is, and how Japan can help you do that, and how you can link your country and Japan in that process. If you go there and you are doing a lot of jargons that link to your research, they will not understand. And if they cannot understand, they will not give you the scholarship because they just do not get it. But if you're going through the embassy track, the first people you're going to meet are your professors. Of course, those professors are technicals. Like they are specialists in your field. They know your field way more than you even know the field. So of course you can go to them with jargons if you're going through the embassy, you're going through the university track. But for embassy track, simple words. Make it, you know how they always say, explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. That is your goal. No matter how complex whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that you can explain it to a 5-year-old. So let's do a little litmus test here. Explain to me your research in the comment section as if I'm a 5-year-old. If I cannot understand it, because I do not know what you all are researching about, know that the embassy people will not be able to understand it. If I have to ask you 2-3 questions for me to get it, and I'm going to ask you those 2-3 questions. So y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm going to ask you the question. If I reply got it, it means you have succeeded in explaining it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, okay? Now let's look at the bilateral bridge. So the sweet spot between high academic ambition and cultural respect, deep cultural respect. Number 1, position yourself as a lifelong link between your nation and Japan. Outline a clear post-graduation career path that involves mutual exchange. Cross-cultural EQ. Prove that you have researched Japanese customs, work ethic, academic hierarchies. Show readiness to respect them. And then the flexibility scholar. Frame yourself as an academic who is ambitious but highly teachable. This is so important because Japan is a very, very unique, I will not say unique, but it is just different. In fact, all countries are different. Japan is just Japan. And hierarchies are very important. We always say there is your professor and then there is God. And in sometimes there is God and then there is your professor. So those hierarchies are very important. Your professor is practically your everything. So it is important to have conviction about what you're doing, but you should also be flexible to take feedback on maybe suggestions from your professors or whatever. That is very, very important, okay? And they say research to show that you have some understanding of Japan and Japanese culture. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you know about Japan? What have you done some research about universities, professors, hierarchies, culture? What are the things? What do you know about Japan? And if this is practically me helping you brainstorm your process going into the exams. What do you know about Japan? Because if you're able to do that research, articulate it in the comment section, it is going to stick in your head. And when it sticks in your head, when you go there, you will be good. You'll be able to talk about it with the people that ask you at the embassies. Those that are going to choose the one-on-one service, your tutors are going to teach you how they were able to navigate this, and you will learn from them. But those that are not going to sign up for the one-on-one, let's do the practice in the comment section, okay? Now let's look here at the hidden reality, the timeline variations, and then university versus embassy. So always refer to your local embassy's website for the guidelines. Yes, they hold the keys. Yes. The MEXT experience is not identical worldwide. Rules change drastically based on borders. That is true. Timeline variations. In some nations, written exams and interviews happen on the same day. In others, they are separated by weeks. University versus embassy. The embassy recommendation route relies heavily on local quarters, while the university route relies on securing specific professors' backing. That is the reason why I always say that if you apply through the embassy route and you do not get it, that's okay. That's okay. Remember, these countries have quarters. Sometimes, like in my year, 2 people were chosen, and in that same year, 4 people were chosen from Kenya. So the numbers vary. But for the university route, if you're able to get a professor who is interested in your research, can back you up, can recommend you for MEXT, then of course you can get the scholarship. So y'all let me know. Do you know in the comment section that you should apply for both? Like start with the MEXT scholarship and start with the embassy route and then move on. If you get chosen, fine, go. If you do not get chosen, move gradually to the university route. Do y'all know that hack? Y'all let me know in the comment section, okay? Now let's look at the stepping stones pathway to success. So step 1, know thyself. Memorize every single word of your submitted application and research plan. When they say memorize, it's not like memorize it word for word. Just know it. Know the content. Know what is there, okay? Step 2, mock trials. Practice out loud with mentors or teachers. Record yourself and check for pacing and body language. I have been asking you questions here such that you can answer me. Hello, what's your name? Introduce yourself. You see, y'all let me know. Answer those questions in the comment section. This is us practically doing a mock here. And as I said already, those that sign up for the one-on-one, you're going to have mock interviews with your tutors. Step 3, cultural intel. Read up on Japanese social events, festivals, and academic norms. Y'all remember in the previous section, I was telling you all, let me know what is the research you have done about Japan. Now they give you topics to do the research, things that you can research and write about in the comment section. What do you know about Japanese social events? What do you know about Japanese festivals? What do you know about Japanese economic norms? Those are the things that I want to see in the comment section. Research, write it, because when you do, you are going to remember. And when you go in there and they ask you those questions, it's not going to be an issue for you because you have already practiced it on YouTube, okay? At Dr. Sylvie's University. Step 4, the 30-second page. Master a concise, jargon-free personal introduction that highlights your strengths and honesty about your weaknesses. So let us do a little bit of practice. So can you introduce yourself in 30 seconds? When I did the video on the MEXT scholarship for undergraduates, I asked them like, okay, where are you from? What are you applying for? What are your biggest fears? And if you go through, you will see a ton of students explaining and answering those questions about their biggest fears. So y'all let me know in the comment section. Introduce yourself. Can you introduce yourself? I'll be checking the answers. I'll be checking and I'm going to be giving you all feedback, okay? I'll be checking. All right, let's look at the mistakes and how you should fix them. So the mistake, trashing your home country's education system to flatter Japan. Really? Really. Frame your choice as seeking mutual growth and unique Japanese expertise. Don't even do it like what are you doing trying to do something like that? Dressing business casual or trendy. Na. Strict professional formal business wear. A simple professional suit and tie. Overdress rather than underdress. I wore a suit. I wore a suit. I was not playing. Oh my goodness. And then mistake answering with flat out I don't know when stumped. Oh, please don't do it. Please don't just say I don't know. You have to know. You have to figure out an answer. Please don't say I don't know. Acknowledge the gap honestly, but pivot to how you plan to find an answer or learn the skill. Let me give you all an example recently. So I was applying for a job as a researcher at JICA. I don't know if any of you know JICA. It's like one of Japan's biggest research institutes, and they do a lot of work in developing countries. And I had prepared everything about this interview. I was like, I am ready to go. I go to the interview. The only thing that I did not prepare in that interview was the fact that they could ask me questions in Japanese. It was even the morning of the interview, my friend called me and she was like, are you ready? I was like, I think I'm okay. And I was like, I don't think they're going to throw anything at me that is that hard. Like, I'll be fine. Like, it's okay. And I went in there. They asked me questions in English. Then they handed it over to one of the researchers. And he was like, Japanese, konnichiwa, mazu. He explains this whole thing about my research in Japanese. And he's like, dozo onegai shimasu. And I'm standing there and I'm like, this was not on my bingo card. Like, for everything that I prepared, there was no way that I prepared to answer a question in Japanese. And I did not sit quiet. It was in Japanese, and my Japanese is like non-existent. But I answered all of those questions in Japanese from start to finish. He kept going back and forth and asking me questions in Japanese. And I was like, let's go. I'm going to give you all these answers in Japanese. You want answers in Japanese? I am going to list out the answers in Japanese. I say all of this to tell you all that they are going to throw curveballs at you. Do not sit quiet. Stand your ground. Answer. Speak. Say something. Do not say, I don't know. Figure it out. Think on your feet. That is how you're going to make it through. Okay? All right. A day in the life of your interview. The interview journey, you're going to have your arrive early. Treat every person you meet, including the receptionist, with absolute politeness. Very important. The entrance, knock and wait to be invited in. And quietly by your chair until you're specifically asked to sit down, stand there, posture upright, resting hands on your lap, and maintain a steady and polite eye contact. Language, if you claimed zero Japanese on your forms, English is perfectly fine. But opening with a simple konnichiwa and say arigatou gozaimasu leaves a massive positive impression. Okay? Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Onegai shimasu. Onegai shimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu. Konnichiwa. Okay, let's do some practice. Everybody, konnichiwa. Can you write in the comment section? Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Okay, that is how you say hi. And then when you finish, you can say arigatou gozaimashita. Arigatou gozaimashita. So you all let me know 2 words. Konnichiwa. Everybody types konnichiwa in the comment section. Arigatou gozaimashita. Arigatou gozaimashita. Everybody types in the comment section. Okay? Okay? Are we good? Are we good? You're going to start the first thing when you walk into that interview hall is konnichiwa. That's the first thing you will say. And when you're done, at the end, you're going to say arigatou gozaimashita. That's what you're going to say as you head out. Okay? Okay? Remember that. All right? Now let's look at embassy route and university route. The local embassy reviews your performance, sends recommendations to Tokyo, then you wait for the final exam. For the embassy route, the university internally approves you. They apply to MEXT in Tokyo on your behalf, and then now you have to wait. Silence is completely normal. The bureaucratic process takes months. Do not panic if you hear nothing. I am going to add that yes, do not panic if you hear nothing. But one thing I want you to remember is do not wait indefinitely. If you wait for 2 months and you do not get any response, because what I've noticed is that the embassies mostly inform only those that they have chosen of the final result. So if you wait for 2 months, you don't get a result, move on. I'm not sure they are going to get back to you. Okay, so this is the funnel. Thousands apply globally. They do document screening and written exams, and then if you're sitting in that chair, your academic record is already validated. You are smart enough to be there. That is very true. In the year in my country, as I said, thousands of students applied. Only 2 of us were selected for the final scholarship. And even at the interview, I think it was like 15 of us at the interview. So do not doubt yourself when you have already made it through to interview route. It means you are good enough. You are a good enough person. Okay, so do not doubt yourself. If you make it that far, all right, do not doubt yourself. You are a good enough candidate. And then there's a question: you must I be fluent in Japanese? No, you don't. And then should I mention I applied for other scholarships? Be honest if asked, but I'm not sure they are going to ask you. Can I contact professors before the interview? Check the rules. I don't think you should. And then will the exams disqualify me? It is critical. The exams are actually very, very critical. Some people are going to make it through, some people are not going to make it through. And what the goal of that interview is, they want to see who is going to rise up to the final people that they are going to select and grant the scholarship to. Okay, I hope that this was helpful. As I said, everything is going to be in the database. If you've answered all of the things that I asked in the comment section, we have practically gone through a preparation process for the interview, and this is going to even just help you brainstorm a lot. So do also like the video, maybe share the video, subscribe to the channel. If there's anybody that you know that needs it, share this with them. If you want the one-on-one tutoring, definitely do well to sign up for it. Worksheets, worksheets, worksheets. Everybody get those worksheets. Trust me, you guys, I took a lot of time and steps to go through to prepare those worksheets. Grab a copy. It's going to help you with past questions. It's there. Even these interviews, you're going to find a lot of resources there to help you. I am going to see you all in the next one. Peace.